Yeah, I see Chandra, Devashree, Vicky, and another gentleman which says waiting for name, and I guess that is Mui Fatusa. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Guys, you able to hear me?
Yes. Yes, I can hear you.
Fantastic. Right, well, we shall start in the next 2 minutes. Well, before that, let me go ahead. TechieBees is one of the premier online IT training and consulting firms. We are based out of Nashua in New Hampshire, and we have done multiple batches and multiple programs. We not only do business analyst, we also do trainings on big data, Hadoop developer, Hadoop admin, Apache Spark and Scala, quality assurance, and we also do Selenium as well, and other multiple courses as well. And BA, we've been one of the pioneers in BA, by the way. Great. So now let me go ahead and introduce you guys to the trainer. Now the trainer's name is Lakshmi Sree. Now Lakshmi holds a solid 13 plus years of experience in software industry. And talking about her education, Lakshmi has completed her engineering in information technology. She holds an MBA and also a professional doctorate in management in computer related subjects. And talking about her experience as a BA, well, she's been intensively working on business analysis with more than 10 plus years of experience and data analytics. She's handled training pertaining to BI, which is business intelligence, and data visualization, and is also a freelance consultant for many top companies across the globe. So that's a quick introduction about the trainer. Now I'm going to go ahead and share my screen now, where you would see the access to a sample blog. Well, are you guys able to see my screen now? Well, you guys can just type in if you guys don't want to speak. It's fine.
Yes.
Great. So once you post your enrollment, right, you would be given access to a similar blog, a portal. This is called the portal. This portal is created using Google Sites. So you would be given access to this portal. We call it a training blog. Now this holds a very important role in your training with TechieBees. Now we use this training blog for a better communication with our candidates or the students of this batch, where we will go ahead and have all the latest announcements, post, now all the training materials, video recordings of these classes, comments from class members, trainers, and the training lead, which would be we at TechieBees. Now, I guess all are able to see my screen. Now you see the home button. Now this is how the home button will look, the home page would look. And I guess the other two are self-explanatory, the instructions and course content. Now this is where you will go ahead and find all the training materials for this program. You need not buy separate books or anything. So all the training materials will be uploaded in this option called training materials. Then we have assignments. Now after each and every module, or I would say every subject, the trainer will go ahead and upload assignments for you guys to go ahead and work on. Yep, which you need to work on and submit it here by clicking new post. Yep, and then submit your assignments here. The trainer will go ahead and review it and will go ahead and give you guys feedback if needed. Yep, and next comes case studies. Now since the trainer is a real-time consultant, the trainer will go ahead and help or post her real-time projects which she's worked on. She will go ahead and post that as a case study. Now by doing that, participants like you all will have a better understanding as to how it is in the real-time scenario, so that you will have a better understanding of the concept. And next comes queries to trainer, which is again very important. Now post your live session. If you have any doubts, you need not wait for the next live class. Now all you have to do is log into the blog, click on queries to trainer, and then click on new post, go ahead, type your questions, and the trainer will receive an update and she will respond back to you guys. And comes recorded sessions. Now, after each and every session like this demo, which is happening, we have the recordings, and all the recordings will be posted under recorded sessions on this training blog. Next comes webinar links. Like we have sent you the links. You need not wait for an email from TechieBees, from me or TechieBees. All you have to do is log into the blog, click on webinar links. Like you see some sample links out here, like an intro session or a session 1. All you have to do is click on the link and you will be able to join in the session. The last two, again, very self-explanatory. Questions. You will have quiz, which will be conducted by the trainer. All that will be uploaded here. And lastly, very important for TechieBees, your feedback about how this training program was. Like you see on my screen, like, was trainer on time? If it's a yes, it's a yes. Was the trainer easy to understand? Your comments or your feedback, which will definitely be helpful for us for our future improvement. So guys, this is how our blog would look. Now, do you have any questions for me now? Yes, Vicky, I can hear you. Oh no, I just saw you unmuted. Do you have any questions for me? Vicky, Debbie, Adil, Chandra?
No, sir. No questions.
Not a problem. Thank you so much, Vicky. Anybody else? Any questions? All right. So now I'm going to let trainer Lakshmi Sree to take over. Lakshmi, it's all yours. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sunil. Hi all, welcome to the Business Analyst Training Program. Should have got an introduction about me from Sunil. So even before we start with the program, the Business Analyst Training Program, I would like to understand if you're from IT or non-IT background, because Business Analyst Program is common for both IT and non-IT. So I see here we have a number of participants. Can we start from Adil? Adil, are you from IT or non-IT? Or any participant who's willing to speak now? You can go ahead and introduce.
Hi, this is Shailja here. I'm from an IT background.
Okay, thank you so much. The next participant, please.
My name is Moyi. I'm a fashion stylist.
Are you from IT or non-IT?
Non-IT.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Next participant.
I have a background in Scrum Master.
Next participant, please.
Hey, my name is Adil. I'm actually from a finance and banking background.
Okay, thank you, Adil. Debbie Sree.
Hi.
Vicky.
Yeah. Hi, this is Devi Sree, and I am not from the IT background, so I am basically from marketing background.
Okay, thank you so much, Debbie Sree. Vicky.
Yeah.
Hello, I am not from IT background. I am from mechanical engineering background.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot for the quick introduction. So I understand that we have a combination of IT and non-IT participants as a part of this training program. So let me explain to you what business analysis is all about and what can you expect if you take up business analysis or a business analyst as your career. Down the lane, say about 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, what can you expect? What can you achieve? Or what can your career path move into? Say after moving up to a BA manager level, what can you do from a technical end and from a non-technical end, how your career can branch out? So as a part of the training curriculum, we will be covering Introduction to Business Analysis, BBOK Guide. We will be targeting at the concepts explained in BBOK Guide. We have another participant, Shailaja. Welcome, Shailaja. Welcome you all once again. Okay.
Hi.
Hi. So IIBA offers four different certification, four levels of certification for business analysis, which we will see in the forthcoming slides. But BEBOC is a business analysis body of knowledge guide, which contains the standard practices to be followed as a part of the business analysis process. The standards and practices for business analysis is defined, governed, and controlled by IIBA. IIBA stands for International Institute for Business Analysis. We will also see details pertaining to IIBA, how to get membership with IIBA. You'll have to get a paid membership with them. How do you access the website? How do you get a membership online? And then how you can register to the ECBA certification. Entry level certificate examination for business analysis. So after this training program, it is not just the industry, software industry preparedness that you will get. The knowledge that you gain from this training program will also help you take up the ECBA certification, and you will be thorough to answer the questions. It would be a real easier task for you to complete your ECBA certification or the PMI PBA certification. Depends on the rules and the regulations and the number of PDUs that you need, number of hours of PDUs that you need to take up the exam, which we will see in detail as we go through the course content. We will also see what is software development lifecycle. So if you're from a non-IT background, don't worry at all. I'm going to cover right from the basic. What is a software? What will be the setup in a software industry? What are the various roles that you can find in the software industry? And what will you be doing, or what will be your day-to-day task in a software industry as a business analyst? How different will be your work compared to a business system analyst and a system analyst? What level of technical knowledge do you need? If you're from a programming background, how you can use your programming skill set along with the BA skill set? Or if you're from a non-IT background, how you can put to use the concepts that you learn as a part of this program. That will be explained to you in detail. Each and every question or the details that you need about a business analyst role in a software company will be explained to you. The questions will be handled and a thorough explanation will be given to you. Software development lifecycle methodologies. We have Agile, Scrum, and Sprint. There are many other methodologies. Waterfall is the traditional methodology, followed by Rational Unified Process, that is RUP. Then you have the Agile methodology that contains Scrum, Sprint. I will tell you what is Scrum, what is certificate Scrum Master, who is a certified Scrum Master, and what is the Agile process, what are the Scrum artifacts, how Sprint review takes place, right? So all these details will be covered as a part of software development lifecycle methodologies in detail. It will be a complete session wherein we will cover each of these concepts. Next, we have business analysis, planning and tracking. So what are the various activities that a business analyst should do based on the software development lifecycle phases, starting from the planning phase, analysis phase, design phase? What's the role in the implementation phase, though not much of a role for a business analyst in the development or the implementation phase? What way the BA can contribute there? Testing phase, of course, in software testing lifecycle, a business analyst can contribute by creating test cases and test scenarios. Manual testing will be explained to you. And next, we also have the support, deployment, support, and maintenance. So every phase of software development lifecycle, how a BA plays a role in each of these phases, what are the needs or the concepts that a business analyst must know to be successful in the business analysis activities performed in each of the SDLC phases will be explained to you in detail. We will get into the granular level, starting from the basic, we go to an intermediate level, and we will then hit the complex part of the business analysis process. So that will be explained to you in a systematic manner so that you will know how a business analyst starts with a basic question of what is the need of a project up to the phase of completion of the software and deployment, and then also participating in the control activities or support and maintenance activities, right? there are several templates, documents that a business analyst should work on. It is not just the planning phase, interacting with the stakeholder, getting the business, or improving the capability of the organization. As a business analyst, you must also have good skill sets in terms of different business analysis tools that are available in the market, how you can use those tools. There are techniques other than tools, so you must know all of the techniques as well. And then the documents, models, business models and diagram. So all these together, put together, it's referred to as a business analyst artifacts. So as a business analyst, there are several artifacts that you must learn, which we will cover in detail. I will give you a demo, or I will show you the sample templates, documents, models and diagrams that we will be providing you as a part of this training program, the study materials that will be provided to you, sample work, and then how we will go about explaining or giving you an information of each of those artifacts. Requirements management lifecycle, along with requirement elicitation, different techniques of elicitation, what is requirement, change management, gap analysis, impact analysis and risk management will be explained to you in detail. So the advantage of learning RCM, gap analysis, impact analysis and risk analysis will help you pursue your project management certification as well. So at a later stage, if you wish to get into a project management role, or as a business analyst, you may have to overlap some of the tasks of a project manager, or you may play the role of a project coordinator, which is at a junior level to a project manager or assisting the project manager. So what are those various activities that you can help a project manager with will also be explained to you. Next, we have the project documentation demo. There are two projects. One is about the core quality practices, how an automation or a software development initiative came into place and how did the software get developed. The entire life cycle will be described in the core quality project, that's called an ASAP project, and the other project that we have is for a diagnostic center. How did the manual work in a diagnostic center get automated, and what are the different ways in which the documentation was done. Next, we have to deal with the concept of data modeling. We divide that into two. One is data flow diagrams, data flow model diagrams, data dictionaries, data elements, analysis models. So those are all part of your SRS document or your design document, right? So that will be handled as data specific data modeling activities. And we also have database related data modeling activities, wherein you learn more about what is schema, what is a Chen's diagram, what do you mean by relationship in Chen's diagram, how do you convert a Chen's diagram to an ER diagram, what are the various relationships in an ER diagram. We will not get into a database developer level of understanding, but as a business analyst, the software industries do have an expectation from a business analyst to know database concepts to some extent. And we will be giving you a live demo of SQL Server. SQL Server is one of the RDBMS. It is used both for normalized database creation as well as for data warehouse. So the basics to intermediate level, as a BA, what you must know about database, data modeling technique, and the SQL program for data extraction. How do you write SQL commands or statements to extract data is very much needed for a business analyst. That will be covered. Popular business analyst software tools include MS Word for ISO level standard of documentation, how to create a cover page, starting from a cover page to numbering the pages, how to create different headers, different sections of the document, how to display the topic, how to create table of content, each and every feature of Word that is required for perfect documentation practices will be explained to you. Excel is a very important tool, not only for a business analyst, be it for any role. Word, Excel are most important tools. So how to analyze data in Excel, how to import data, how to save data, how to analyze data, how to create charts or visualizations in Excel will be taught to you in detail. SQL from basic to intermediate level, what do you have to know about the basic statements, starting from creating a database, creating a table, up to inner joins and types of outer joins will be covered. So we will not go beyond outer join because that becomes a SQL developer's role. Next is Tableau visualization. Tableau is a business intelligence tool, that's a visualization tool that can help you create visualizations within minutes. So as a business analyst, if you get to work for the strategic management group or a planning group, you may have to project various ideas, the numbers, your findings. So a graphical representation will speak a lot more than the theoretical points that you describe in a Word document or in a PowerPoint. So the main intention of giving you basic to intermediate level of Tableau visualization skill is because, one, learning Excel, SQL and Tableau together can help you find a job as a data analyst. It is not just a business analyst. So by taking up this course, you will be benefited in two ways. One is you're ready for a business analyst profile. You're also ready for a data analyst profile. Okay. A combination of business analyst and data analyst profile with good documentation and project management skill is what the companies are looking for. And we have covered, or we will be covering all the topics that are expected from a software industry. And it is not just the business analysis concepts that will be explained to you. We also have different domains. So while explaining each of the concept, I will be quoting a number of examples of different domains. So I have hands-on working on capital markets, pharma, healthcare, core spend analytics, finance process, digital marketing, HR analytics, retail analytics, okay, supply chain management, CPG stands for consumer product goods, FMCG stands for fast moving consumer goods, right? There are a number of domains, cost modeling. So these are all different types of domains, and while explaining each of the artifacts in terms of a document, model or diagram, I will make sure that I give you an exposure to different domain or vertical and how to use these artifacts or the models pertaining to that domain. The benefit is you will gain some knowledge about the domain or the vertical and the business analysis process. So that will give you an idea of how in a software company for a domain specific software. So when a software is created, there should be a domain for it, right? It can be HR domain, it can be for a banking domain, or it can be for insurance domain, or it can be healthcare domain. So how can you put to use the business analysis process and the concepts that you learn across different domains that you get to work as a business analyst? For a business analyst, there is no restriction on the vertical or the domain that you can work with. The next is wireframing. Wireframing is a very important part of a business analyst role. That's where you will give a look and feel of the user interface. So we will be using a tool called Pencil. It is an open source tool to create the wireframes. Microsoft Visio will be explained to you thoroughly. We have close to 30 diagrams, models to be created using Visio. All possible diagrams that you must know as a business analyst will be covered. I will show you the list of diagrams that we will be covering. MS Project, basic to intermediate level of how to use MS Project for project management will also be explained to you. So if you get to work as a project coordinator where you have to use MS Project, some amount of Visio and Excel, SQL and Tableau, that job will also be a perfect match for you as a part of this training program. Next, we have an introduction to business intelligence, tools and techniques used in business intelligence. In today's world, people are moving away from months and years together of writing code and developing products, and the company prefers business intelligence tool where you drag and drop and the task is done within minutes or few hours. So how that is done, what is the concept of business intelligence all about, will be explained to you. Quality assurance, we will divide it into two. One is quality testing, that is software testing practices. The other is core quality practices, which includes Six Sigma, ISO, CMMI and IEEE standards. So if you get to visit a quality assurance department in a software company, they will be divided or split into two different functionalities. One is the software testing based quality assurance, and the other is core quality assurance. Core quality assurance are not just restricted to the software department, they are also common to the process improvement group, or the group that can bring about improvement in the existing process, mainly the Six Sigma initiatives. So I will give you an idea of what Six Sigma means and what are the different yellow belt, green belt, black belt. So what are the different levels in Six Sigma? But we will not be going in detail. As a business analyst, you must have an idea about the process improvement group, what Six Sigma group will do, and what are the different Six Sigma initiatives that can be taken in an organization. Project management, as I told you, BA's role in project management is minimal. So what is that role that you will be playing as a part of the project management group will be explained to you in detail. Next is IIBA demo and ECBA certification, that we will do it towards the end once we're done with the entire course curriculum or the syllabus. Interview question and answers. We have a lot of interview question and answers, both personal as well as personal, what the interviewer can ask you about why are you looking to become a BA, what's your experience in this field of business analysis, etc., to the technical questions, BA related questions, or whatever you learn as a part of this program, that will be given to you in the form of question and answers. So once you're ready for a mock interview, I will be conducting a mock interview for you all, or on a one-to-one basis, to see if you have understood the concepts. So that will just resemble a live interview that you can take up in a software company. The questions will be pertaining to the concepts that you have learned in the program. All the concepts that you learn throughout this program are just aligned to the BABOK guide topics, right? So if you're thorough with BABOK guide, it means you're thorough with the standards and best practices of a business analyst. So if we are aligning the concepts or the topics that we're going to train you as a part of this program to the BABOK guide, it means you will be learning all the standards and practices that a business analyst must know, and you'll be industry ready. I'm sure you can find a job very easily. Of course, we will be helping you with that. The most important part is the resume preparation and placement service. TechieBees offers good placement service. We will also help you with your resume preparation. Once you're done with your mock interview, you will move to the placement phase, wherein the placement service or Mr. Sunil can help you with the placement details and also with your resume preparation. So this is the plan for the entire training, what we will be covering as a part of the training program, right? So in detail, next, International Institute of Business Analysis. As I told you, certification for business analysis offered by IIBA. IIBA was started in March 2004 in Toronto. IIBA has several business analysts as members, and they contribute to the standards and best practices to be followed. So IIBA has collected all those standards, best practices, inputs, etc., and they've come up with a guide called BABOK guide. There have been different versions of BABOK. The latest BABOK guide version is version 3. Alright. IIBA offers certification in business analysis at 4 levels. We will see what are those levels in the next slide. Business analysis concepts described in this training program are an outcome of standard BA practices from the BABOK guide, strictly restricted to the concepts in BABOK guide and strong software industry knowledge. My experience working in the software industry. So I've been a developer, I've been a part of the planning phase, analysis phase, design phase, implementation phase, quality assurance, both from software testing as well as from the core quality practices, how the software gets deployed, what is the configuration management, and then support and maintenance activities. So starting from the phase of interacting with your stakeholder, executive, stakeholder point of contact, to the closure of the project and lesson learned. I've been a part of, or I've participated in all the phases of the software development life cycle. So with the vast experience that I've gained working for companies, software companies, and the domain expertise that I've gained will be shared with you. As much as possible, I can share all the details that I've learned so far that can help you flourish or get to be a very good business analyst. Even before you start off your business analyst career, you'll have a very good idea of what this business analysis is all about. It's not just about Word and Excel creating document. No, there's a lot. You have to learn a lot of concepts pertaining to the business analysis process, which we will make sure that you learn by the end of this program. So we don't really believe in giving you a lot of homework, because what you learn, what you grasp out of the training program here, what is being taught to you, if you can grasp that, if you can understand the concept, that's going to stay with you for longer than having it theoretical. So theoretical concepts or explanation will be just to give you the foundation or the fundamentals of what business analysis process is all about. But about that, the concepts that you learn, the projects that you see, the document structure that you learn, etc., it's all going to be practical. So you're going to gain a lot of practical knowledge which you can directly implement when you take up a job, either in a very in an MNC kind of a company where they have standards in place and you join them and you start working on their existing standards, or a startup where you have to implement or you have to create these standards, right? So that will be even more interesting because you've learned all of these and you're going to directly implement that, and they'll be really surprised with the knowledge that you have. Even you join them as a junior business analyst or 1 or 2 years experience business analyst, whatever, based on your current work experience, but still you can perform very well. I'm sure about it, because the concepts that we teach you and the kind of training materials that will be given to you, the templates, documents can be directly put to use in whichever company you join. Agile addition to BEBOP, Agile addition to BEBOP guide is a value add document provided by IIBA. So as I told you, Agile is a part of SDLC methodology, which will be described in this training program in detail. But if you wish to take up Agile Scrum certification that's offered by PMI or CSM certification, then that is in detail study about the Agile methodology. So here we will be covering from the basic to intermediate level of Agile and Scrum, along with Sprint, what these mean from SDLC methodology perspective. But the actual or the area of focus will be on business analysis process in which Agile implementation takes place. Right? So Agile is a SDLC methodology which will be described in this training program along with the concepts of Scrum and Sprint. There are 2 guides. You'll have a copy of these guides and many other documents that IIBA offers. So I will show you what are the documents that we have, various documents that we can offer you by the end of this demo. Perfect. Let's move on to the certification for BA. As I told you, BA certification is offered by IIBA and PMI. IIBA offers certification at 4 levels. Level 1 is for ECBA, Entry Certificate in Business Analysis. Level 2, CCBA, that is Certification of Capability in Business Analysis. Level 3, CBAP, Certified Business Analysis Professional. Level 4, CBATL, that's an advanced level, Certified Business Analysis Thought Leader. 2 to 3 years ECBA, 4 to 5 years CCBA, 8 years CBAP, 10 to 12 years CBATL. After that, you move on to middle management and top management roles. PMI certification, on the other hand, there's only one certification program offered by PMI for business analysis, that is called PMI PBA. Agile Certified Practitioner is another program that's called PMI ACP. That's a certification offered by PMI for Agile. PMP, I think you all know what is PMP certification. PMP stands for Project Management Professional. So if you want to get into a project management role, you have to gain the PMP certification. You also have a PM box similar to BA box. BA stands for Business Analysis Body of Knowledge. PM box stands for Project Management Book of Knowledge. So a PM box is another guide which you can download and use. A copy of BABOK and PM box will be given to you along with other competency models and other necessary documents for you to go through. If you talk about the career of a BA, either you can be from a programming end, quality assurance, support, sales, marketing, customer service, subject matter expert, finance, project coordination or project management role, you name it and that particular role. Or you're directly from a school. You're just graduating or you're completing your master's from business end or from information technology end, or you could be a graduate from business analysis program. You could have taken that business analysis as part of your academics. So be it either from work experience based entry into a BA field or education based, academic based entry into a BA field. You can either take up a functional analyst, service request analyst, agile analyst, systems analyst, business systems analyst, business analyst or business requirements analyst. These roles are common and together it's called as a business analyst. So that is the basic to an intermediate level of business analyst role. Next, intermediate to senior level. How do you define that? You should first be a business analyst at an intermediate level for your CCBA certificates. That's why I told you it's around 4 to 5 years of experience. Intermediate process analyst, intermediate document analyst, systems analyst or functional analyst. So all these roles are at a level of CCBA. If you're prepared for these roles, it means you're also prepared for your CCBA certification. CBAP certification, close to 8 to 9 years, because that's more into a senior process analyst, senior business requirements analyst, client facing role of a business analyst, directly dealing with the stakeholder, finalizing the milestones, the time period of project execution. All major decisions will be taken at the CBAP level, wherein you would have already reached a BA lead or a BA manager level when you are ready for a CBAP certification. Senior business systems analyst, senior systems analyst, senior functional analyst. The next level, when you progress from your 8 years to 10 years or 12 years, you can move on to a senior decision support analyst, business analyst leadership team, business architect, enterprise architect level. Beyond that, you have your CBA TL, that is the leadership group, wherein you can play the role of a director, vice president of analytics. The next level is a C-level executive, wherein you will be a president, CFO, CTO, CEO, COO, all top level positions. So this is what you can expect as a career path of business analysis. Alright. Now we will see what business analysis means in layman terms, not to complicate with all development or technical related terms. Just what is business analysis and who is a business analyst? Business analysis is a field of study of identifying business needs and determining solutions to business problems. Solutions often include a software systems development component, but may also consist of process improvement, organizational change, or strategic planning and policy development. So these are also the roles played by a business analyst, along with providing business solution, IT improvement solution, and process improvement solution. Project team and importance of a business analyst, we will see that in the forthcoming slides. So why do we learn this? Why do we need business analysis? Why should you join as a business analyst? Yeah, what will you be paid end of the month, or what are you going to gain? Here's the salary survey conducted by IIBA. An average payout is between $80,000 to $90,000 per annum at say around 4 to 5 years level. So this is at a started fresher level or entry level, starting with around $50,000 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 4 to 5 years you can reach $90,000. Then around say 8 to 9 years you'll be somewhere around 125,000 plus dollars per annum. Very highly paid. It is not specific to any domain. It's not specific to technology. You don't have to learn programming. You must know which programming language is used for, which technology is used for what. Web application development or a standalone application development. You will know what is client server, but you will not be much worried about what that server is going to do, who's going to maintain that, etc. So you'll have the overall picture of the IT and you'll have detailed understanding about the business analysis process. What you learn can be put to use across domains and it is not going to change frequently like you see changes in the technology. Today you have one of the BI tools or you have a technology in which web development is done. The next day or within 6 months or 1 year, there will be a change in that technology. So always the developer has to upgrade his or her knowledge based on the new technologies that come in the market. So you're not restricted to any technology. You can work on ERP, you can work as a business analyst, you can work on ERP development, system development, CRM system development, you can work on web application development, standalone application development, different 1 tier, 2 tier, 3 tier architectural systems, right? So there is no restriction on which technology you will be working as a business analyst. That is the plus point of taking up a business analysis program or taking up business analyst as your career. Long run, this is always referred to as an evergreen field of study and the job opportunities are vast. Why do we say that? Here's the proof for it. Aerospace, agriculture and primary resources, business professional consulting services, communications and publication, construction industry, consumer products, defense, energy, engineering, finance and insurance, government and public sector, healthcare and social service, hospitality, recreation industry, information technology, manufacturing industry, marketing and sales, non-profit organization, pharmaceutical, training, education, transportation, storage industry, wholesale, retail, you name it, and that domain requires a business analyst. So do you think the job opportunities are vast for a business analyst? Yes, I can surely tell that the job opportunities are vast and the payout is really good based on the knowledge that you've gained and how you can efficiently work as a business analyst. So that efficiency is our job. We will make sure that what you need as a business analyst, two different parts. One is core practitioner of a business analyst and master practitioner of business analyst. Both the concepts will be explained to you, right? So with that, first 1 to 3 years of service in an organization will be completely covered in this training program. You can easily work through any of the assignments that will be given to you, any project that will be given to you in your organization, but the infrastructural needs, the other process set up in your organization is something you will have to learn. But after joining the organization, they will train you on different processes. But the foundation or the fundamental and the advanced, basic to intermediate to advanced concepts of what you need as a business analyst will surely be covered, and you will also be satisfied with the course content. Right. So what are the business analysis job titles that we have? Business analyst, business systems analyst, systems analyst. How different are these terms? As a business analyst, you will have 100% knowledge about the solution to the software. Okay. You will not be much worried about the technical part. You will not participate in white box testing. Black box testing is testing the functionality of the system. White box testing refers to testing the system from a code perspective, what programming is written. Source code access will be given to the systems analyst. So a business analyst will have good knowledge about the system function. How do you interact with your stakeholders? How do you get the system need? How do you translate the system need into a business case? How do you translate that into a business requirement by adding a business rule? How do you define the functions of a system? How do you break that into a functional requirement and a non-functional requirement? What do you mean by a transition requirement? How do you come up with a design of the functional requirement that you've created? All these are the tasks of a business analyst. A system analyst will also know the business analyst tasks, but in addition, they are also technically trained. They know the technical concepts or the programming languages. Business systems analyst, they fall in between the business analyst role and a systems analyst role. They will have 50% of the business analyst or the system functional knowledge, and to some extent they will have programming knowledge as well. So business systems analyst and systems analyst can participate in technical specification document or technical architecturing of the system. Business analyst can contribute only to some extent. There is a limitation of how much a business analyst can contribute to the technical documentation and technical architecturing practice in an organization. All right. The next part that you have to know is, as a business analyst, identifying business needs, determine solutions to business problems, determine solutions for the various system development activities, develop business process for organizational change. So these are the various activities that you will perform as a business analyst. How is it done in a real-time software industry project or a software project is something we will see as we progress with this course. Business analyst fits in between the stakeholder and the technology. Business analyst is responsible to translate the details or the system needs obtained from a stakeholder to a technology or a development team. Technology means what? Your development team, quality team, testing team, to a technology understandable matter, subject, right? So whatever they hear from a stakeholder's point of contact, the business analyst should translate that into a proper technology requirement, which can be used to create the actual software. How is business analysis distinct from data analysis, data analytics, business analytics? I've very frequently seen that these three roles in the job market are confused with the business analyst role, right? Most of the times, a business analyst will also be working on data analysis, data analytics, and business analytics, but there's a lot of difference. Let's distinguish all these four terms. What are these? Business analyst, as I told you, will be primarily analyzing the business. The aim of a business analyst is to bring business improvement, process improvement, and IT improvement in an organization by studying the business from a project implementation or process implementation or system development perspective. Next, data analysis. Analyzing the data but not getting into the granular level of pattern derivation from the data is referred to as data analysis. In data analysis, if you have a set of data, for example, number of male and female visiting a mall, which brand of product, a particular product, is sold the most, right? So all these are simple data analysis that you can very easily do with your Excel, SQL, and Tableau kind of visualization. Next level is data analytics. In data analytics, that's a higher level of data analysis. Data analysis can be a part of business analysis when you have to create data set for your developer or a testing team or for your understanding, etc. So data analysis can be a part of business analysis. But data analytics and business analytics are different streams altogether. Data analytics and business analytics are a part of data science role, wherein you'll be working on statistical concepts. So what are the various statistical concepts? You might work on linear regression, logistic regression, probability distribution, normal distribution, bell curve. What do you mean by skewness? Right? There are so many. What is the significance value? Why do you have to perform a chi-square test? What's one-tail test, two-tail test? What are parametric tests? What are non-parametric tests? So these are all statistical details. So if you have to derive pattern from data, you must know statistics. So for You to become a data analytics specialist or a business analytics professional, you must know statistics. Business analyst role does not require statistical knowledge. The basic statistical concepts like what is a population, what is sampling, what is random sampling, and what is mode, median, simple 5 to 6 concepts which will be explained to you as a part of basic statistics concepts. But you don't have to know the advanced forecasting or predictive modeling methodology as a part of data analytics and business analytics. If you intend or if you aspire to become a data scientist and you are from a statistical background, you have learned statistics academically, you know what it means, then you can choose to become a data analytics professional or business analytics professional. So be sure that you understand what business analyst means, what data analyst means, what data analytics and business analytics role means. So when you apply for a job, make sure, or when you take up a role within the organization, it could be for a lateral move, you have to make sure what kind of a role that you get into. Other than the core business analysis processes, at times, a business analyst will also be involved in financial analysis, project management to some extent, quality assurance as a part of both software testing lifecycle and core quality practices, documentation, most important part of a business analyst role, because you have different templates of documents for your reference or for a smaller group of audience, but there are standard documents which will reach the top level executive of your company and your stakeholder company. So those are business requirement documents, functional requirement documents, functional design document, use case specification document, software requirement specification document, you have a website specification document, you also have a technical specification document. There are so many documents. So those are standard deliverables expected from a business analyst. You must know how each of these documents differ from one another. It is not the same and it cannot be the same, and it is not a good practice to club the documents unless and until you work on a smaller sized project. Okay, so we will see these documents in detail. One project that has most of these phases of software development lifecycle put together. How do you describe the various topics in that document and separate documents with different domain specialization within each of the document will be explained to you as a part of this program. Right. So as a business analyst, IT implement, process implement and business implement should be your aim or goal to achieve. At this stage, I've used some of the terminologies in the past couple of minutes while I've been explaining you of what is a business analysis process all about, what a business analyst should do in an organization. So the common terminologies that you must get an understanding of include project, stakeholder of a project, business sponsor, customer, end user, internal team, developer, tester, project manager, software development lifecycle, business requirement, functional requirement, BA, domain, technology specialist. These are all standard terms that we will be frequently using as a part of this program. If you don't understand any of these, I will be explaining you each one of these and each of these terminologies in the forthcoming slides. What is the ownership and importance of a business analyst? Why is this business analyst role so important? What exposure do you have in your organization? How can you compare a business analyst role with the other roles? Some of them think business analyst is a non-technical role. Not necessarily. The exposure that a business analyst gets will be much, much higher than any other technical role in an organization. As a business analyst, you'll be interacting with sponsors, project owner, business lead, IT lead, project manager, account director, developers, quality assurance, user trainer, architects, database analysts, data analysts, and your business analyst group. So BA plays a mix and match role. BA must interact and work with each of the above mentioned roles on a day-to-day basis. So think about the exposure that a business analyst is going to get. A developer working on a particular technology will get to know what is the module that he has to code, and he will start developing the module for that day. Quality assurance person will get to know what is the test scenario. He'll draft the test scenario, test case, and execute the test case. Database analyst, on the other hand, will be working on database related activities, creating database, deleting databases, creating tables, granting permissions to the tables, etc. But as a business analyst, you'll be interacting with each one of them and you will have a knowledge of all the different roles that exist in your organization. What are they doing? Which technology do they work? And that will happen over a period of time. Though throughout this program, you'll get an idea of how you'll be interacting with different groups, what are different group of people or departments that you can find in a software company. As a business analyst, how will you be interacting with them? And what is the input you give to them or the input that you get from them? But over a period of time, as you interact with these users, what will happen? You will start grasping their business terminology, the work terminologies. What do they do? A developer can start using framework, .NET, module, code, lines of code. You'll get used to that. Database, when you interact with a DBA, you'll get used to with terms like stored procedure, execute a stored procedure. I've given you a grant permission. I've given you an insert grant. I've given you a select permission, etc. So you work with different set of people and you'll get a different exposure, technology-based exposure as well as non-technology and organization-based exposure, working with a number of departments and specialists or experts in your company. So what are the roles and responsibilities of a BA? Very important, right? You say you will interact with n number of users, but should I perform all of their roles? No. What is expected from you as a business analyst? Interact with stakeholders, get, analyze, communicate, and validate the requirements. You must understand the business problems and opportunities and recommend solutions accordingly. BA should identify, understand, and document all needed team roles related to each defined activity for a project. BA must closely work with the project manager in achieving the project milestone. Very, very important. BA and project manager together are responsible for achieving the milestone. What do you mean by milestone? Within a particular schedule, say 1st of August to 15th of August, you should have completed the planning phase for the software development. If that is fixed, if that is a scheduled time period within which the said activity should be completed, tasks as per MS Project, it is called a task and subtask. So if that task should be completed, it is a responsibility of a project manager and the BA to follow up and get the task done. BA will be involved in all requirements related activities while the project manager will be overlooking or taking care of the entire project. BA is responsible for creating a business model. Sample includes organizing meetings, sessions, brainstorming sessions, workshops, etc. Business process workflows, UML diagrams that conveys the business requirements. BA competencies: analytical thinking and problem solving, decision making skills, whether to accept a need requirement that has come through or you have to deny. If you have to deny, it's a no-go decision, go or no-go. If it's a no-go decision, you have to diplomatically put forth. Managerial skills: right at the beginning, you will not do a people manager's role, but you must have the capability to manage a situation if that goes out of control. During a discussion, team meeting, or it can be a JAD session, or it can be JAD session. We will see that in detail in the future sessions. Whenever you think you have to interrupt and you have to stop unwanted discussion and then bring back the situation to normal, wherein you can get the needed outcome from the discussion. The aim should be to get an outcome from the discussion. The aim is not to show that I'm more capable or you're more capable. That's not what is expected. The business should achieve profit or benefit out of the discussion. So that control should be with the business analyst always. Constructive criticism handling. Criticism exists everywhere. You do good, you do bad. Criticism is there. So how well you can handle the criticism, how you can learn from your critics, and how do you correct issues that have been found. It could be work related, it could be the process you're following, it could be the way you communicate, anything and everything. Because business analyst role is not a desk role. It's not just you sit at place and then you start working on a document. Yeah, that's also a part of your job, but that's not the end of it. You'll have to interact with a number of people. Skill is very much needed. Understanding, creating a rapport with them to the maximum extent possible, having a smooth business relationship is equally important. Behavioral characteristics, you should set an example to others as a business analyst. If the word laid back is not there in a business analyst dictionary, you have to be smart, you have to be active, you have to be a self-starter, self-implementer, decision maker, set an example. Leadership qualities are also expected to guide others. Communication skills, written and verbal. Very, very important. Without that, you cannot be a business analyst. Your communication skill must be really good. You have to work on the communication skills. Interaction is a part of your communication. Emotional intelligence and negotiation skills. You must know where to be emotionally strong. When someone is denying your business proposal or a system discussion, you've suggested something and they're denying it, you cannot get annoyed. You have to be on hold, and then you have to put forth your opinion and try to explain what is your opinion or what is your understanding about a system, which context are you talking about and what are they talking in contradiction to it, right? So you have to remain calm and you have to handle the situation. Other than that, you have various soft skills and other technology-based knowledge. It is not just the business analysis concept, theory, or people interaction that you will do. After interacting with people, what you should do? You should document. You should create diagrams, models. You have to create wireframes. You must know how to get the sample data. For that, you need a proper understanding about the tools. So that's the reason we are also covering tools and technologies that a business analyst must know in this program, in this training program. As I told you, BRD, FRD, SRS, there are many documents which I will give you a demo of in a few minutes. The business analyst role in a software industry is different from a domain-specific industry. In a software industry, you will be primarily working on software development that can last for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, but at some stage it will come to an end. In domain-specific industry, as a business analyst, you will be working on the process. You'll be working on the process, and it will be a part of production or operation group. Closure of a process or operation will take years together. It's not like your software development. In domain-specific industry, a business analyst will have expertise in the domain. They will not work on developing the software for a domain. Rather, they will be using the software which has been created to implement a process. Whereas in a software industry, you will be developing a software based on a particular domain. That is the difference. In a software company, you'll develop a software based on a domain. In a domain-specific company, as a business analyst, you'll be working on a software that is pre-created to implement or execute the steps within a process. Right? So what we will be covering as a part of this program is a business analyst for a software industry. But a flavor of what you will be doing as a business analyst within a production or operation group in terms of system analysis, mainly to bring about process improvement. A business analyst may also have to work with the production or operation group. So that will also be explained to you. Tools I've already told you. We have Visio, Word, Excel, process automation. I'll be explaining Excel 2016 macros. Data extraction using SQL Server, Oracle, Access. SQL that you learn will be common to SQL Server, Oracle, Access, MySQL, kind of RDBMS softwares. Wireframe will be using Pencil. Project management, of course, MS Project. There's another project management tool. Other tools are available. You can also try that, but MS Project is a standard one. BI tools, 2016 Excel BI concepts at a very high level. That's Power BI. It's called Power BI. That will be told to you. And then Tableau Desktop latest version will be used to explain how to create visualizations using Tableau. So other than that, Google Docs, Google Spreadsheets and Microsoft PowerPoint along with Microsoft Outlook are used in companies. I think you have hands-on with these tools. So we'll not be covering Microsoft PowerPoint and Outlook. Those are easier ones to use. There are various templates. We will be covering all of these templates. I'll show you how these templates would look. We have unified modeling language, activity diagram, sequence diagram, state chart diagram, that's a state mission diagram, use case diagram. Here's a sample hospital reception system using use case diagram method. Sample of a sequence diagram method. Here's a sample of hiring process using the cross-functional diagram, activity, vertical view, state chart, standard view. So those are just the samples. Data modeling, as I told you, we'll be covering data flow diagram, process flow diagram and database modeling techniques. We will be working on SQL Server to see how to import data, export data and how to create and use various SQL statements. Here's a slide that describes two different parts of quality assurance. One is the software quality core STLC, that is software testing lifecycle software testing group, and the core quality group. Core quality group consists of Six Sigma, ISO, CMMI and IEEE. We will see how a Six Sigma group can contribute for process improvement, and as a business analyst how you can help them. As a business analyst, what are the various ISO documentation standards that you can follow. This we will see it later. These are sample visualizations. Visualizations created using Excel and Tableau. These are tools which we have already discussed. Okay, so on the whole, the role of a business analyst is like a bridge in between the business and the technology. Business has an input. Business gives the project to your company. As a business analyst, you have to understand the business needs, translate it to a technology understandable document, diagram, model, etc. And then from the technology, the software gets deployed and it goes to the consumer or the customer for usage. Finally, we'll be helping you with interview, question and answers, interview preparation, and then with your placement services as well. So following this, we have the advanced concepts which we will see in the next session. To quickly give you a demo of what are the various study materials that we can offer as a part of this training program. First is we have a complete training curriculum document. Okay, this entire training program is divided into 10 parts or 10 modules. So each of this part will be described to you in detail. Alright, so this document will be shared, and then some of the books that we can offer you. Standard trial applications. So these are trial versions of applications for you to practice. These will be given to you. Next you have interview, question and answers. A lot of question and answers are there. I can say around 500 to 700 question and answers should be there. Different diagrams. You can look at these diagrams and you can create the Visio models. These are, okay, first let me finish this. We have close to 100 documents and templates that you must know as a business analyst. Okay. So each of these documents will be explained to you. So if you talk about software testing, we have different software testing documents. If you talk about facilitated sessions, workshops, we have documents pertaining to that. We have documents for business case, how to create a business case, how to create BRD, how to create a brainstorming document, how to create a RACI matrix, right? All the documents are covered. SRS document, BRD document, functional requirement document. Here's a functional. You have standard documents which have been filled. Some sample one I can show you is a stakeholder analysis. So here in the stakeholder analysis document, you have details that you should capture about the stakeholder, and then here is another sample document that is for communication plan. So here you have different details about the communication plan, how you should create a communication plan even before you have the communication. So every stage you'll have a specific document. So here are some of the sample documents created, and some text information is also given. Each one of these will be discussed with you in detail. IIBA, we have a lot of documents available from IIBA. So a copy of that will be given to you for your benefit. Practice questions, we have a number of assignment questions which will be regularly posted on the blog after each session. Okay. Then we have quiz questions, around 40 questions with answers. Objective type questions are given for you to practice. We have a number of Visio diagrams. Visio diagrams are very, very important. I can show you a sample diagrams for a brainstorming session. Session-wise diagram can be created using Visio. So here is an example of a session-wise created brainstorming diagram. So similar to this, we have a number of diagrams to be covered. Okay. So all these sample Visio diagrams will be given to you. You can directly use these when you work on live projects. These are all standard models and diagrams. This entire thing will be uploaded on the blog as a zip file. It's the same file that will be uploaded on the blog. You'll have access to all these materials. It's about 3 GB file. There's so much of information about BA that we can offer you as a part of this program, and I'm sure you'll be benefited. Okay, that's from my end. Now open to questions. So we will be handling the topics systematically as I've shown you here. We have fixed set of topics, around 4 to 5 topics will be covered in each session, and we'll make sure that we finish the topics within the scheduled time frame of this training program.
I had a question, if it's okay to talk now.
Yes, Adil, please go ahead.
Well, my question is basically, how many sessions are we going to have, how long it's going to take, and how long is each session going to be approximately?
Okay, Sunil, can you please answer this question?
Yes, well, thank you so much, Lakshmi. Adil, well, I guess this total program will be for a 35 to 40 hours of training program, all right, and it's going to be done over a period of 6 to 7 weeks, all right. Now, you'll have 3 sessions a week, 2 hours each session, so making that 6 hours a week. Yeah.
Okay. That's perfect. I mean, you guys are, I'm really impressed by everything. It's amazing. Certainly very well worked out.
Thank you.
Thank you, Adil.
Thank you. Any other question that we can answer for you all, please?
Yeah, SQL is mandatory for the BA analysis. SQL department software.
Yeah, these days if you look at the BA job profiles, job description, they are asking for SQL, at least basic. You must know how to write select statement. So we will be covering basic to intermediate level of SQL. That is because as a business analyst, you must be in a position to extract the data and give it to the end user.
Okay.
It can be in different stages, right? It could be to a developer, it could be to a tester, or it could be to a project manager. Some or the other task or activity within a day might require for you to collate the data or extract the data or fetch the data, and you can't expect the data to be in a text file or Excel file most of the times, right? So these days people are moving away from the traditional way of storing data in Excel CSV files, and it is all database oriented data storage and data retrieval techniques. So if you know SQL, it's going to be a value add, and these days it is a must for a business analyst and a project manager to have hands-on with SQL.
Okay, thank you.
It's not tough. It's similar to
Yeah,
your
do you guys
normal,
provide that?
yeah, the way it will be explained to you will make it much more interesting, and I will relate that to a normal way of how you can tell a statement in English or sentence in English to fetch a particular information, and then we will translate that into the SQL command. That's how you must learn so that you won't forget it.
Thank you.
Okay, we had a very, we had a short time of demo. So when we get to meet in the actual classes, that's going to be a lot of time for us to spend on each of the topics, and how well we can have these sessions interactive to exchange knowledge, or a lot of information that I can share with you as systematically planned, right?
Any more questions, people, for Lakshmi?
No, Sunil.
Well,
That's
thank you, Vicky.
Yeah.
Chaitanya, do you have any questions? I'm so sorry. I see that you had joined a little late, but that's fine. Well, folks, thank you so much for joining in. All right. And the session recording will be sent to you guys tomorrow. All right. For your review. If you have any questions, well, guys, you can reach out to me on 603-689-9045. That's my direct number. Or you can write in an email to Sunil, that's SUNIL, Sierra Uniform November Indigo Lima at techiebees.com. I will now go ahead and send a chat to everyone with my email address, Sunil at techiebees.com.
Thank you, Sunil.
Thank you, Vicky.
Bye.
Debbie, thank you so much for joining. Adil, I will call you in some time. Mohit,
Yeah.
thank you so much. Chaitanya,
Thank you so much.
thank you
Yeah,
so
thank
much.
you.
Thank you all. Have a
Yeah.
good
Good
day.
night,
Bye.
all of you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.